Welcome to the Dreamers Hub podcast.
We can be whatever we dream.
This podcast is about collaboration between the dreamers and the doers to inspire more people to do more of the things they enjoy doing.
When you do what you love, you achieve so much more with your life.
So if you're into real people having some raw, unapologetic conversations, let's catch a vibe.
Today is your day.
And now, Nettie.
What up? Welcome back to the Dreamers Hub podcast. We are on season 4, and y'all, this is going to be a freaking update because there's been a lot that's been happening behind the scenes, but I just want to say welcome. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, either way, I'm grateful for you. I'm happy that you're here, and I just got to say that, let me just tell you, I recorded this episode maybe 2 weeks ago before you're listening to it now. And for whatever reason or another, my cable wasn't working. So a lot of what was recorded was like cut. Certain sentences were cut out. I don't know. It was weird. I ordered new cables and a lot has happened in those last 2 weeks. And so I'm recording this now because this is going to come out on Monday. And I'm sticking to my word. And I said I was going to be out with an episode at the beginning of April. So here we are. And I think it worked in probably the best way possible for the simple fact that I have now been able to reflect on, I don't even know where to get started. I didn't script any of this, so bear with me. But let me just reflect real quick and let you know that your girl's been doing shit. Your girl has been out here, being in meetings, chatting with brands, and that's not like to boast. It's because a year ago, around this time, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And so I think about my journey and I think about everything that I've shared thus far with you and, along all my platforms, whether you follow me on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or whatnot, like there's been different parts of me that you're able to see. And obviously there's still things that I keep private. But I've shared a lot, and I've shared a lot along my journey, whether that was, through my breakup or that was me losing my job and then becoming a content creator and just all these things that have been like real time, real life. And I'm so happy to be able to know how to capture content and learn and have grown as far as like my editing process and all that stuff. But that goes to show that everything that I've done in this past year has really been about improving and growing. And that's in all aspects of life. That's not just like in my editing portion. That's not just in being able to shoot photos or video. And it's not just with that. It's really in my personal life. So I'd like to share that your girl is thriving in the best way possible. And I really say that because my mindset has shifted. I think I've really been able to reflect and just be able to see like everything come full circle for me, in the sense that, I navigated through a breakup on social media. I navigated through losing my job on social media. And it wasn't easy by no means, but like that consistent drive and that consistent force, there's something internally that I have, and I don't know what it is, to be honest, but the willingness to just be out there just comes from something within me. And I know that there's some people that follow me because of my journey, or you just like what I'm posting, and that's cool. But ultimately, like, I want people to know me, get to know me, and really know me as a human being, and know that, what I put out is it's for the best interest of anybody out there looking to get inspired, whether that's in fashion and or your personal life. And, now that I've been reflecting and it's April 1st and these last couple of weeks for me have been insane to say the least, but I've been able to have the opportunity to talk to local businesses, bigger businesses, and brands because of my tenacity and just willingness to put myself on camera on TikTok. And that for me sounds crazy to say because I know a lot of us, including myself, when TikTok first started, we thought like, oh, this is a dancing app. And I love dancing, so I didn't think it was a bad thing, to be honest, on my end. But I never thought that it would lead me into conversations, into meetings, and potentially brand deals because of it. And Again, this is not to boast. It's really just to like try to inspire people, to let you know that like there's, even up until now, I'm a year in and I'm telling you, I'm in meetings and I'm having conversations with companies and brands. Um, and that's all thanks to just being able to get over this like fear of what people think of you. And I know that for a lot of us, that's what's really crippling, is like the idea that somebody you might know in that small town or a big town, or if you're in a city, is going to see what you're posting. And ultimately, like, nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares what you're doing. Just do your thing. Like, I just can't stress that enough. I've had some people ask me, like, I don't know how you do what you do, or like, oh, like, I really wish I could do that. Like, and it's really not about wishing. It's really just about doing. And ultimately, if you believe in yourself and believe in the things that you are doing, all this opportunity and all this like growth just comes organically. And I think we've been trained because of, social media, that things have to come fast in order for you to feel validated. And at the core of me, it's never been about becoming famous, or it's never been about, it's about like just showcasing what I'm capable of, and hopefully it'll hit and inspire somebody to do something. Like, and ultimately that's been a big reason why I've been able to keep up with things. Do I have months or weeks where I like fall off and I'm like, oh my God, I do not feel like being on camera? Yeah, but to have those every now and then out of 12 months out of the year get me to where I'm at now, trust me, if you're on the fence about doing these things or getting yourself on camera, trust me, it is worth it. I am living proof that all this has been worth it in so many ways possible. It's opened up so many avenues for me. And it's given me an opportunity to just be like, hey, you know what? This is what I've done. Now, at this point, my TikTok has become a portfolio. And just, you can gradually see, I see my gradual growth in just being a human being and just trying to be better. And I know for some people that's kind of crazy, like, oh, TikTok did all that for you. Like, I attested to that because that's how it initially started. Has it improved my lifestyle and how I see things? Like, I've really learned a lot through there. And that's through just putting out content and also just learning through the application, as well as just like continuing to educate myself, continuing to be able to want to learn and to want to get better, whether that's in video editing or whether that's just connecting with other human beings. With ultimately, that's what marketing is. It's like you are connecting with people. And like when I say that, I'm in this business, I'm in the business of people. I'm in the business of inspiring people. I'm in the business of wanting to motivate people and showcase that this is possible. That 9 to 5 that you absolutely hate, you don't have to be there. You can make decisions, and smart decisions and calculated decisions as to how to maneuver these things. But it's really up to you to start acting like the person that you want to become, because that, I tell you, has been the catalyst to this whole career that I've been doing, and being able to just be myself and build a following off just authenticity, because none of this shit is planned. Yeah, sure, I come up with ideas, I throw them in a bucket in a notepad, and I'm like, okay, which one do I want to do today? Which one do I feel like? And sometimes those ideas spark other ideas. And so then now it becomes a snowball effect of just things that are happening. But it's really just me showing up on a regular. I'm not getting paid. I mean, I've gotten paid for certain brand deals, but I'm just saying I'm not getting like this consistent money stream of doing things. Nobody's telling me to clock in or clock out. It's really just me doing time management and saying, hey, what do I think is going to benefit people, and what do I think is going to bring value? And I think that's where the differentiator is bringing value and focusing on the things that, one, you enjoy making, and two, you enjoy doing, but also what kind of value can you provide people, whether that's entertainment to make them laugh, and or showcase an outfit, or maybe show them how to crop a t-shirt, or maybe just give some kind of motivational just like factor, and or just something to entertain people and just be able to have people's attention in that sense. And it's been a beautiful thing for me to not have to step out of character, not have to step into something that I don't enjoy doing, and still continue to build an organic following, in the sense that that's my community. Like, community to me is probably the best way that I can like tell myself that this has been successful thus far and is continuing to be successful, is to be able to get people to jump on board with you by simply being yourself. I'm not perfect by no means, but I also don't try to front and say that I'm this type of person or that type of person. And really, that's all that being a content creator is being able to, show up as yourself, record yourself, and put yourself on camera. But that alone, that practice of having to show up for yourself and having to show up for those that are maybe watching or those that are maybe listening, that shows that the belief in yourself really does get pushed through the camera. The belief of thinking that I can do this or that I am a creator has really shifted my brain to allow me to believe that I can really do anything that I put my mind to. And now that I'm reflecting on everything and that, I've updated you on like the kind of things that I'm doing and the kind of meetings I've been doing, like I look back at where I was a year ago and, all the things, all the BS that I went through. And I guess I'm just grateful to know that didn't happen for no reason. Yeah, it took like a little over a year for me to realize like, wow, this was a reason that the universe made me wait and that there was a delay in me getting ultimately what I had wrote down on a Post-it note saying that I want to become a creator by X date. And that was all internal. That was all within. It's been within me, right? It's just me being able to practice something and bring it to light. And the crazy part about social media is like people really don't believe in you until you believe in you. And showing up online consistently has really allowed me to see that you can really do things that you set your mind to. You can really just be the person that you want to be, and whoever aligns with you, however long it may take, like people are going to come. People are going to show that, people are going to show you and tell you like that they're with you in some sort of way, whether that's in fashion for my sake or, just part of the content that I share. I wanted to like share that because, this hasn't been linear for me. It hasn't been easy. It's one of those things that, well, there's a will, there's a way of like, making money. And sure, there's, you hear tons of people saying there's ways to make money and monetize all this shit. But like, there's really no like set format for any of this. You really just got to figure it out as you go. And that's okay. Like being able to like throw myself into this and like fully commit to something and being able to commit and to show that like ultimately, like, I don't know. I just feel that like I've always had this thing, and it's like it really took Verizon like pulling the rug from out of me to like really see like, damn, none of this would have been possible had I not gone through that bullshit, had I not fucking gone through that breakup. Like none of this would have been possible. I ultimately just like want to like express my gratitude for the people that have been here with me through all the ups and downs, and have also inspired me. And I'm so excited that I have this platform, because in this season, you're going to be able to hear and listen to, other creators in different realms, in their own respective realms, and really like show like, and really showcase like, another style of creator, but also just like an individual being able to put themselves out there. Because I think a lot of you guys can get a lot of value, just like I did when having these conversations. And I only hope that with these episodes that are coming up, like you guys are able really to like, be that fly on the wall and be able to like see that ultimately like we all have fears, we all have insecurities, and we all have these things, the self-doubt that we deal with. And to hear, each individual story, which obviously through the season you'll hear, because I'll be dropping one a week, just so you know, like to hear other people's perspectives and their approach to how they show up for themselves, and created platforms. You're going to be hearing about influencers, people on the internet, also like small business owners. And I'm just excited to share all those stories, because each and every person brings value to the conversation, but also allows you to see like nothing is linear, and everybody still has all these mind games that they play with themselves. So ultimately, like I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for you guys to be here. I'm excited for you guys to watch and listen. I just really like, I've been thinking a lot, especially today. Like I've really been thinking a lot about, where I was a year ago, where I was 2 years ago, how I was feeling, and, my mind state, and how, someone like me, and you guys watch me online, and I try to be as positive as I possibly can. I'll also share like, my down moments. But for the most part, you guys have seen like the best versions of me since I've been online. And I don't want to get too personal, but I want to share that, you know, a couple years ago, I was going through my own shit, working through my own demons and self-doubt and insecurities, and just doing a lot of, you know, what we call shadow work, and how things have worked out up until this point, and how everything just kind of comes full circle. Like, if there's anybody struggling out there, and if there's anybody that thinks like, oh my God, this is the end of the world, or like, oh my God, like, when is this ever going to change, or when is this ever going to stop? Like, the moment that you decide to choose yourself, because you should always prioritize yourself, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, all of that for yourself, and prioritize yourself, like, it really changes perspectives. It really changes the way you move in this world. And for anybody that's, you know, struggling, is going through some shit, whether you're working through that alone and or you're working through that with a partner, I just want you to know that based off my experience and looking back on things, like, karma does exist. It's a very real thing, whether you're doing good or bad. Both of those are equally as served. And it comes in weird ways, and it comes in weird forms. So without going into too much detail, I want to let you know that you're going to get through it, and you're going to be able to, like, look back. And I hope that comes, you know, sooner than later for you. You're going to be able to look back at situations like that, or people who affect you, or make you feel that you're less than, or make you feel that you're not worthy of love, and you're not worthy of good things, and you're not worthy of being treated right. Like, trust me, the universe has a very weird, funny way to close out chapters and let you know that you're on the right path. And just know that you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it, and you're going to persevere, and, you know, stay afloat. There's going to be days where you're not going to feel so hot, and there's going to be days where you're not going to feel so good, and there's going to be days where you're going to feel like shit, and there's going to be days where you're like, am I even on the right path? There's going to be days where you miss somebody. There's going to be days that you don't want to carry on. There's going to be days like that. Why is this happening for me? You know, it's that shift. It's for me, not to you. Things don't happen to you. They happen for you. And I've said that in plenty of episodes, and ultimately, like, my journey, I would only hope, inspires and motivates people to let you know that regardless of, you know, difficulties, and regardless of what the universe hands you at times, sometimes it's what you need to grow. And ultimately, if you keep your growth as a priority, you're going to end up being where you need to be. And that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I wanted to keep it short, simple, sweet, but I also wanted to update you on everything that's going on in my brain, you know, externally, but also in my heart. I just genuinely want to show love, and I appreciate everybody that supports this channel, you know, all my channels, and me as an individual and as a creator, just out here trying to spread positivity. Like, I really, really do see you. I hear you. I chat with you guys online. I just want to let you know that from the bottom of my heart, it means the world to me that people still continue to follow this journey of mine. And also, it, like, really means a lot to me that, you know, you guys even take the time to listen, or you take the time to watch, and you take into consideration what I'm saying, and I hope that it inspires and motivates you. I hope you guys enjoy this season. Lots of good conversations coming up. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for you to listen to it. I'm excited for you to get inspired, because I really hope that you don't finish off 2022 in the same place you were last year. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Hold up. One more thing. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Dreamers Hub podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, and share with the real ones in your life. Be sure to tune in to more inspirational content next week. Peace.